Hey guys, welcome to the only hair pulling cure that ever worked for me. If you're like me, I tried absolutely everything to stop pulling. I struggled with trichotillomania for 7 years before I finally found a cure that actually worked. I saw therapists, I tried willpower, got put on antidepressants, and even tried hypnotherapy. Absolutely nothing was working and it was really frustrating. Except what I'm about to share with you in this video. Now, this is not a miracle cure, but just a concept improved method that's guaranteed to work. Let me explain. After I struggled for 7 years with trich and had no such luck getting rid of it, I was determined to find a cure. When I got into college, I actually came across a solution that you've probably never heard of before. And the reason why is that I entered a speed reading class where I studied hundreds of books. When I came across a book about a guy named Paul MacLean who had a really interesting theory called the triune brain theory. Paul had this theory that pretty much says we have 3 brains instead of 1. Now I know that might sound weird, but it actually makes a lot of sense, so bear with me while I show you. First, we have the reptilian brain that's responsible for our heartbeat, our breathing, and our survival. And as we continue to adapt, we developed our emotional brain, which is responsible for our gut reactions, our fight or flight response, and all those emotions like love and connecting with other people. And as we continue to evolve, we developed one last part, the logical brain, which is responsible for thinking moves ahead and innovating and holding beliefs. So the main thing this theory gave me was that one question can give you a lot of different answers from each different part of your brain. Most people think the logical, rational part of their brain is in control and running the show. But in reality, the part that's running the show is the reptilian brain and the emotional brain. You might have heard before that sometimes people just make decisions for emotional reasons and then just justify things with logic. A lot of people think the logical brain is in control, but if that was the case, then people wouldn't be overweight, because everyone wants to be healthy and have energy, but they keep doing it because it's comfortable and it feels good. That's why people make decisions that logically don't make sense, because the logical brain isn't running the show. So how does this apply to hair pulling? Well, we need to understand that the emotional and the reptilian part of the brain that causes those automatic hair pulling compulsions are the ones running the show. So you can't simply control it with logic. You can't use willpower to get your way out of it. You have to get to the part of the brain that's causing the automatic response. And the thing with hair pulling is that it's automatic. Because I know when I had trichotillomania, I never even really noticed I was pulling until I was already done. We need to get to the part of the brain that's controlling those automatic responses and then recondition it to do what you want so it sticks permanently. So how do we do that? Well, once I figured out that the emotional and the reptilian brains were running the show, I had to figure out how to manipulate them. So I started trying all kinds of things to figure out the fastest solution to my hair pulling. I started trying hypnotherapy, neurolinguistic programming, and some other crazy stuff you've probably never heard of before. And really what I came up with is 3 very simple techniques that anyone can use, and they're actually really easy and they feel good. When you apply these, you can actually recondition your nervous system to stop pulling automatically and permanently. There's really nothing hard you have to do. Just follow my 3-step video system and apply the techniques. Every thought and every belief and every feeling in your mind has an origin and a basic survival instinct. And in order to permanently clear any physical problems like hair pulling, we have to trace it back to our reptilian and our emotional brains. The Quit Trick Quick system is unique because it can guide you to the origin of your trick in the deepest part of your mind. And I can do something really important. I can show you how to unite all of your minds into one. So once the reptilian and the emotional brain is clear, all of your thoughts and feelings and beliefs will come into alignment and you'll automatically quit pulling. And it's going to bring you to a state of oneness that I like to call coherence. Now, I really worked long and hard on this because I not only wanted to help myself, but help cure others along the way. And I created this system with you in mind because I want to make it as easy as possible for everyone to succeed. This is really unlike anything you've ever tried before. Now, the way I want you to think about this is like learning to drive a car or ride a bike. There's really nothing that gives you a manual out there on how your brain operates. When we were born, we didn't come with a manual on how to run everyone's brains. Everyone has different problems and ways to control certain habits. Everyone has different techniques. So a lot of times people will tell you just try using willpower, and that if you can't do something, they say, oh, just try harder. But it's really not that simple. The metaphor I like to use for these techniques is kind of like learning to drive a car. When you first start, you're always having to check your mirrors, keep your eyes on the road, and go the right speed. But after a while, you just hop in your car and it becomes effortless. And so it's the same thing with these techniques in my video system. Once you practice them a few times and repeat them, it becomes automatic and effortless, so you don't even have to worry or think about it. And the best thing of all is that you can use these techniques in other areas of your life, like losing weight or any kind of habit or behavior that you want to change. So I'm really grateful that I got Trichotillomania because it was kind of a blessing in disguise for me. Life becomes really fun once you can learn how to take control of it. Hair pulling really becomes an annoyance in life, and you can keep putting it off or saying, oh, well, I'll get rid of it later, but there comes a point when enough is enough, and that's what led me on my journey to freedom. It's really quite simple that anyone who follows my 3-step video system can do it too. We don't want to stretch trick out for longer than we have to and make it seem like it's not a problem when really it is. So it's time to get in the driver's seat and take control of our lives today. And the best part about it is that once you do it, you can really apply it to all other areas of your life. One last thing, if you try my system out for 60 days and apply the techniques and you don't feel like it worked for you or did its job, then just send me an email and get your money back immediately. I really am just here to help people. So let's have fun getting rid of your trick. Just click on any of the order buttons located throughout this page, and I'll see you in the members area, where you'll have full access to all the Quit Trick Quick videos and bonuses.